We are sitting here at the Two Oceans Aquarium with Renee, and we are saying cheers to 24 years.
24!
It's absolutely amazing. 24 years in preserving and displaying the beautiful ecosystems around our coastlines. Absolutely stunning. Talk us about how it started in the beginning.
You know what? When I came here, it was I've been here since the beginning. Shh, don't tell anyone. When I started here as a volunteer in 1995, it was a dust bowl. Here behind us, where we are now sitting next to the lovely marina, was a dust bowl. There was a plane parked in. It was like an old UE plane parked there. And when I walked in here, I asked for a job, and I didn't get a job. I got a volunteer job, but that was also good for me, thank you. And I think just like anyone, whether it is human, animal, business, we've grown in what we want to offer, what we want to give, what the aquarium's role has grown. I think like our footprint's even grown. We're so happy, we got the new ocean exhibit and the jelly gallery and things like that. So our footprint's grown, but more than that, our mission has grown, and that's amazing. Love that. Yeah.
So you can definitely see the growth. I mean, just today, there were over 300 school children who were coming today. That's insane. Now...
That's a slow day.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So when it comes to giving back to the community, when it comes to educating the community about our oceans, what does the aquarium do?
So our cornerstone at the aquarium is education and conservation. And through education and through our education departments, department, we see about 70,000 school kids in a year. So just divide, and you'll get the busy days. We're looking at like 500 to 600 kids on the floor. And then we also have 2 outreach vehicles, and we have a puppet show that goes to schools that can't come to us. So our outreaches, the one is a smart living outreach. So it teaches kids, we want to instill things in children that will have a future impact. So things that they learn now that will make the world a better place in the future. So it's the smart living van goes out and teaches them about how to live smartly. So making good environmental decisions. And then the Oceans in Motions, they go out with little animals, and they basically teach love and passion of the ocean. And then the puppet shows, and for the leadlies, they love the puppet shows, the leadlies. We do those in English, Afrikaans, and Xhosa. So that's also, it's a puppet show, but it's an educational puppet show. And they go to schools. And then, of course, when people come and visit the aquarium, they can also have a puppet show here when the schools come. So education, very, very important. And then at the end of 2018, we establish our Education and Conservation Foundation. So that foundation's going to 100% focus on these things. So the education part and our conservation part, like our turtle rehabilitation, science and research, the seal program that we run here, all different things that we do that has conservation as its backbone. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. And when we were doing the interviews for Aquarium Monday, and we spoke to many of the people who work here, you can see the passion in their eyes. And let me just say, there are some quirky individuals who work at the aquarium. Let me just say,
some.
No, it is.
All of us. We all have our little things. And I think the aquarium offers a space where people can just be who they need to be. And that's why people who work here, they work here because they want to. I often see things like on Facebook can be a terrible place. So I see people like lashing out against aquariums and zoos. It's just a money-making scheme and things like that. But what people don't realize is the people that work in those environments, they don't work there for the money, that's for sure, 100% for sure. And they're qualified. They're not, they're not run-of-the-mill, I'm going to work here because, I'm working.
Yeah, exactly.
They're qualified, either marine biologists, or they have a passion, and with qualified, I mean passionate people that want to work
yes,
here. Yeah.
No, I mean,
So-
it's stunning. I mean, you were just telling me that you were 25, 24?
24.
24 years. Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. I mean, that's an insanely long time, but I'm pretty sure you must have enjoyed each and every year.
So I started as a volunteer before we opened. So when this was literally a dust bowl, like I said, and a shell, and it's been I can't remember everything, to be honest with you. I don't want to remember everything because my brain is already so full. I can't
Yeah.
stuff more in it. But like things that not just in the aquarium, but our physical changes, like the restaurant changes, the aquarium changes inside, from going from temporary exhibits to fixed exhibits. We used to have a temporary exhibit hall, which I think we ran 3 temporary exhibits in there, and then we moved that away so that there's more space for permanent exhibits. Ocean exhibit opening. So the ocean exhibit opening was it was very emotional for me and for us, that because I'm not the only one that's been here since the start. There's a couple of us, and we've been hearing about this new exhibit that we're going to get for the last 20 years. And every year it's like, no, this year. No, this year. No, we have to do it, so it's this year.
Yeah.
So, so when the ocean exhibit opened, and then, strangely enough, so then we most revamped the kelp forest and, and the predator exhibit. And this is now, I'm talking 2018 and stuff like that. I was incredibly emotional with the kelp forest reopened.
Yeah.
It was like whole. We were whole again. Yeah.
So you mentioned that in the beginning there were these temporary exhibits. What was it like in the beginning when it was just a dust bowl? What has changed since then?
Everything has changed.
Yeah.
Everything has changed. Inside the aquarium, we've changed our focus, and we are focusing more and more on environmental issues, which is great. Like our temporary exhibits were things like the one with fangs, so animals that look scary but probably aren't.
Predators
We
kind of vibes.
did have crocodiles in there,
Oh,
tiny
okay.
ones, little ones.
Wow.
Yeah. And we had, what are those, iguanas and things like
I
that.
see. Okay.
And then we had living dead. Weird names, I know.
Oh my gosh.
But this is actually what we did with that was we had the fossil record of the animal and then the live animal.
Oh, wow.
And so we
Okay.
moved away from that, and we started and we incorporated that into what is now today the Indian Ocean part, that
Yes.
first part of
Yeah.
the aquarium. So it, you have to try stuff and see if it works.
Yes.
And
yes.
if it works, then it's great. If it doesn't work, then you try something else.
Yeah.
You can't just expect everything to work.
Exactly. So earlier you mentioned that you started out as a volunteer,
Yes.
and I believe your volunteer program just closed now, just
Yeah,
ended.
the training program is
Yes,
just closed. We do one training program in a year, and it's we do one that's split in two. So it's one program, but this year we did a course over Saturdays and a course over Mondays.
Oh, okay.
So basically you become a volunteer at the aquarium, and you can work front of house, and then you need to do a certain number of hours before you can work behind the scenes.
Okay,
And
cool.
then we have specialized volunteers like our penguin volunteers and our turtle volunteers. Yeah.
Okay. So how else, besides the volunteers, how can you become part of this beautiful aquarium family?
So if you just love coming to the aquarium, you can take out a membership, and then that membership gives you access to the aquarium for a year. So it's a once-off payment for the year, and you can visit the fish as often as you wish. So that's our little line for that. That's the one thing. The other thing is that you can obviously, we need funds to do what we do.
Yes,
so if you want to donate, you can go into our website, and you can either donate to conservation, or you can sponsor a child's visit to the aquarium and stuff like that. And then generally what we ask people is just, talk about us. That's essentially incredibly important for us, so that people know not just that the aquarium is here, but about what we do. And if you don't know what we do, our website is like filled with what's happening on there. But share with people, please share with people. And Cape Townians have proven that they are incredibly proud of this aquarium, and they love us. and we love them. So just, get that love out. Something else, of course, it's the free birthday thing. So on your birthday, so not the aquarium's birthday, your birthday, or 6 days after, you can come to the aquarium for free. So come and visit.
Wow. You just need to bring your ID or something.
Bring your ID with. Yeah. So on your birthday and 6 days after, so essentially for a week.
Yes.
Come and visit the aquarium. Hi. You can do like a whole thing.
I know, I love it.
So come and visit. That's the big thing. We want Cape Townians to actually, and locals, to actually enjoy the aquarium and see what there is and talk about it.
Well, thank you. Well, honestly, apart from all the interviews that we did, honestly, thank you so much for allowing us and the 786 team to come here and to talk about conservation and to show the passion that people have for not only just our oceans, but for smaller water environments like rivers and lagoons. I mean, all important because they're all part of the cycle, natural cycle. You know.
We once did a little a thing where we had to put quotes, and now I'm trying to think of my own quote. North, south, east, west, birth, death, we're all connected through water. And that's just it.
No, it is. But thank you.
So philosophical today.
I know. But thank you so much, Renee. Honestly, it's been amazing coming here, being able to do Aquarium Monday. Thank you so much. And we wish you all the best.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
25, many
and
more,
we
25 years.
More.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, let's do more. Cheers to more. This has been Aquarium Monday.